Supervising Probation Officer Core graduation. Congratulations all. Supervisors, congratulations on your promotions and to a job well done here at Supervisor Core. I'd also like to welcome and recognize some special guests that we have today. First is Riverside County Chief Probation Officer Ron Miller. San Bernardino County Assistant Chief Probation Officer Ed Berry. Riverside County Chief Deputy Probation Officer Joe Doty. Riverside County Chief Deputy Probation Officer Terry Spear. And Riverside County Chief Deputy Administrator Sherilyn Williams. Thank you for being with us today. Appreciate it. Would you please stand and join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Would you remain standing for the national anthem, please?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much. You may be seated. So would you please welcome Chief Probation Officer Ron Miller to share some words of encouragement with us. Chief, please. Thanks, Chief.
Well, congratulations, everyone. You look a little differently today than you did on the first day. So I'm trusting it was an awesome experience. Yeah, fantastic. So it's probably very common for chiefs to come to events like this and want to spend half hour or more sharing more words of wisdom with you. But I understand I'm probably the only thing standing between you and getting on the road and going home after 2 weeks of this training, so I won't take up that much time. So I'm not going to just pile a bunch of wisdom, but I would like to just take a moment to reflect on what's happened during the last 2 weeks. When you think of in the course of your career and during this promotion, we kind of hit an intersection. We took you away from the work site and brought you to a place where we could get you to focus on the task of becoming a supervisor. Now, I don't know what led you to a place where you decided you wanted to be a leader, but I want to thank you for that decision to do that. That may not have been an easy one, but from this point in your career, you're going to be responsible for a team of people. And I want you to think about that every day you get up and you come to work, there's a team of people looking at you and the leadership that you bring to the workplace. And I really want you to think about how you bring your best self to work every single day. Through our staff in Riverside County Probation, we're responsible for about 10,000 adults and about 1,000 youth. It's our staff that do that hard work every single day. But it will be leaders like you that help our staff to stay focused on the mission and that you meet their needs so they can be effective at what we've asked them to do. So I want to thank you for stepping into that position. I want you to be excited about coming to that position. Now I'm going to tell you honestly, now do you remember as a line staff, wasn't that many years ago, and it wasn't that many years ago for any of us, we talked badly about our leaders, right? If your leader came to work and they didn't have a smile on their face, we'd all huddle and say, what's going on? I heard such and such. Know that there's going to be some days when staff talk about you, but that's just part of the job. And I want you to think about, don't let that ever deter you from what you bring to work every single day. Make sure that you continue this process of learning. Think about it, we took this time and this intersection to give you this space, but that learning journey is not over. So I hope whether you're a reader or that you get onto the county website and they've got tons of leadership stuff that's available to all of us, that you take advantage of those opportunities to continue to learn to be a leader. I've mentioned before that I've been in the department for 35 years. The last 12 years have been on the executive team. I decided to get my master's degree while I was on the executive team. Probably a little later than I should have done that, but I believe strongly in that continued opportunities to learn. So I'm going to encourage you, continue to go down that road because you're going to find it's always amazing how much more you can bring to the table and how much more you can be influential in helping others to reach that place that we need them to be at. So again, congratulations on a job well done, and we look forward to hearing wonderful stories as you guys go back out and carry out the work of your departments. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate that. For the past few years, David Jaime and his team at LE Professionals has been providing our department with high quality and impactful training. And now over the past 2 weeks, he's provided these new supervisors with instruction and encouragement to be effective leaders. David, we are grateful to you. Thanks. Would you please welcome David to come up and share with us? Thank you, David.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Riverside and San Bernardino Probation Departments, respectively, for giving us this opportunity, for believing in our mission for this program. I especially want to recognize the training division from Riverside County Probation, Chaz, Vicky, Matt, everyone who helped our vision become possible over the past 2 weeks. Please give them a round of applause. To our 15 supervisors, we're here because of you. Thank you for your fortitude, accountability, and inspiration. Let's give our supervisors a round of applause. Our group began this program on October 24th. We've shared laughs, reflected on leadership principles, enjoyed Andy's country music, and what I would encourage you to embrace in your new role, managing your corner of the organization. Organizational change has always been a leadership challenge. You will be tested, you will win and lose battles, but you will always be your agency's most valuable resource in accomplishing its mission. Be strong. Hold yourself, your staff, your managers, hold everyone accountable, and remember, platform, efficiency, and proficiency. So I tried to convince our group of supervisors to have a traditional graduation ceremony where we call everybody's name up, but they insisted on a different format. I don't know why. I don't know why. They said they didn't want to be boring. So each supervisor is going to share an anecdote about another supervisor. I will begin the anecdotes by introducing Ms. Raim Sanchez, Supervising Probation Officer from San Bernardino County. I met Ms. Rain on the first day of Supervisor Core on October 24th, and over the past 2 weeks, I've gotten to know him. He's a thoughtful communicator, an advocate, a hot Cheeto fan, and a fundamental resource to all. I'm grateful for the opportunity to get to know you. Good luck in your new role. You're going to be great. Congratulations, Supervising Probation Officer Ms. Rain Sanchez.
So now I get the pleasure to introduce somebody that I'm really grateful to have gotten the opportunity to get to know over these last 2 weeks. Someone who is 100% confidently and undoubtedly their self 100% of the time. A loving mom, a loving mother to the most adorable little girl. Supervising Probation Officer Sarah Durham.
I have the pleasure of introducing Supervising Probation Officer Kylie Hansen. I worked with Kylie well before coming to this training. She is a wonderful human, but after being here with her for 2 weeks, I know she's going to be a wonderful leader, so much so that I've contemplated demoting so that I can be her senior. I now introduce Supervising Probation Officer Kylie Hansen.
Now, I have the pleasure of introducing Supervising Probation Officer Tyrone Jones. He works at YTech. I'm not debating going to the hall, but he does work at YTech. Over the past 2 weeks, I've gotten to know him, and it's very apparent that he's a great father, and he's very proud of his son, and he also seems like he's a great supervisor. So, congratulations, Supervising Probation Officer Tyrone Jones.
All right, now it's my honor of introducing a gentleman who is not only a devoted Dodger fan and is still trying to recover over the Padres beating them, but a guy who I admire. I've known him for a couple of months now, worked with him closely, very professional and dedicated to the department, and I look forward to continue working with this guy, Mr. Supervisor Probation Officer Leon Reynolds.
Now I have the opportunity to introduce Supervising Probation Officer Esteban de los Reyes. I've known Esteban most of the time I've been in the department, as he's one of our defensive tactics trainers, but over the last 2 weeks I've got to know Esteban as a person. He's the person that embodies all the values of our department: integrity, dedication, excellence. He's a man of faith and a man of family. So Supervising Probation Officer Esteban de los Reyes.
Thank you. I have the pleasure of introducing the newest Supervising Probation Officer. I'd like to introduce you to San Bernardino County Supervising Probation Officer Chris Hernandez. I describe him as a kind, engaging, and motivational leader. During my conversations with Chris during Supervisor Core, I valued his attention to honesty, sincerity, and transparency when we talked about tough topics, as well as in our personal lives. I'm confident in his ability as a leader to mentor the next generation of probation officers. Everybody, Chris Hernandez.
It's my pleasure to introduce you to Supervising Probation Officer Jerry Smith. Bill Gates once said, as we look forward to the next century, the next generation of leaders will be those who empower others. And so that's SPO Jerry Smith's desire as a supervisor. That's what he's gonna do. He received that same type of treatment when he came into the department. And so I look forward to seeing the great work that he does in all staff. His birthday is in March. He enjoys a good pastrami sandwich. And he is not a fan of the Spice Girls. And throughout the course of this Supervisor Core Academy, he successfully completed grad school. Please join me in introducing Supervising Probation Officer Jerry Smith.
I have the privilege of introducing Cole Llewellyn. Cole, mine's not going to be as smooth as Chris, but we all know what a great actor, as displayed by Cole this morning. But over the last 2 weeks, I've learned that he's the exact opposite of that character that he played for us this morning. If I had staff, I would use him as an example because he has personified professionalism and a graciousness. And I wanted to thank Cole and the Riverside County Probation Department for being such gracious hosts. I'm sure that I can say for all the staff with San Bernardino County Probation, the way that you guys received us and accepted us for the SPO Corps, it really left an impression on me, and hopefully we can do the same for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Supervising Probation Officer Cole Llewellyn.
Thank you, Jerry. I have the pleasure of introducing Supervising Probation Officer Antonio Figueroa. Tony is probably the most knowledgeable officer I've come across in the department. He shared many anecdotes during our breakout sessions that I know I'll take back and learn from, so that was awesome to learn. But my favorite thing about Tony was he was actually put into a hotel for these weeks of training, but his commitment to his family, he actually surprised his daughter by driving back home and surprising her to take her trick-or-treating for a few hours, and then drove all the way back so he could be with us for the rest of our course. So his commitment to his family is inspiring. So, ladies and gentlemen, Supervising Probation Officer Antonio Figueroa.
It is my pleasure to introduce Supervising Probation Officer Derek Dorsey Davis. I've known Dorsey Davis for a while, but he has a strong values for his family, has a strong work ethic, and loves sports. Unfortunately, it's the Broncos and not the Raiders, but he's a person that uses his head to handle himself, but he uses his heart to handle others. That's the thing that I learned from him the last 2 weeks. Supervising Probation Officer Derek Dorsey Davis.
I have the honor of introducing Supervising Probation Officer Colleen Freitag. Although I didn't know Colleen before coming to this training, got to know a lot from her from the different times we've had a chance to share different moments on our family, different opportunities to give our own opinion on certain situations. I've learned she's very not only passionate, but has a good understanding of our department policies. That's inspired me to go back to my own unit and basically take a deeper dive into those policies and procedures and things that I didn't really care so much about as a senior. She's devoted to her family and very thoughtful. And like I said, I've appreciated being here, getting to know her. So, Colleen Freitag.
Thank you. I have the honor of introducing Supervising Probation Officer Tricia Chadwick. We have actually been in the department together for quite some time. I remember as a baby PO coming in, the very first time I was brought into court for a case. It happened to be the same case that Tricia was going to be called up to the stand for. I actually got to witness her up on the stand, and I was inspired and was like, she is so cool, calm, collected. She knew exactly what she was doing, and I wanted to be her. That is exactly how I felt even during these 2 weeks. As she was within our group, we were always able to count on her to help present when we were nervous. So I have great aspirations, and thank you very much for that. I have the honor of introducing Supervising Probation Officer Tricia Chadwick.
supervising office assistant Cynthia Sevier has been a supervisor longer than the rest of us in the class. She and I were also assigned to this office several years ago, and we had fun the last couple weeks reminiscing about a few things that happened while we were both here. One thing that stands out to me about Cynthia is her thirst for knowledge. Like, she really wanted to learn in this class and develop her professional growth. She asked many good questions, and she actually was able to offer a lot of insight that the rest of the class benefited from. So I introduce Supervising Office Assistant Cynthia Sevier.
It is my pleasure to introduce Jackie Galvan. Last but not least, Jackie Galvan, I'm sorry. I had the pleasure of sitting next to Jackie these 2 weeks, and after doing our personality test, she's my long-lost twin. I don't have any sisters, but she's my long-lost twin. We had a great time together. We laughed, and we are pretty much similar. What I value about her, I value her strong work ethic, her kind heart, and our new friendship. Jackie Galvan.
We did it. What an honor it is to graduate with such a dynamic group of leaders, honestly. With the vast amount of knowledge, experience, and dedication in this room, it's truly evident why you guys all deserve to promote. As a group, we would like to thank David Hyman and his team for his dedication, patience, honesty, and caring every single day. And lastly, we'd like to thank Riverside County Probation for demonstrating utmost professionalism and respect towards San Bernardino County Probation. So now I'd like to welcome back Assistant Division Director Matt Thompson for closing remarks. Thank you.
So I have my little script to read, but I just want to say this has been awesome. You guys are an incredible group of people. Like, I hope you realize, I know you're saying that about each other, but yourselves. What an awesome group of supervisors. It's exciting to see what the future holds when individuals like you are leading organizations. So congratulations, you guys. Thanks to everyone for being here and participating in Supervisor Core graduation. Again, special guests, we thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Most of all, thank you, supervisors, for your hard work and commitment. We look forward to your future leadership and success. Congratulations. That will complete this ceremony, but please stay and enjoy some refreshments with us. Congratulations, guys.